Hi everyone. How are we all doing today? So we hit affiliate on Twitch. So excited. That is just absolutely astoundingly amazing. Thank you all so very much. And I wanted to just hop in and do my normal Thursday crafting stuff with anyone that wanted to join that helped make this possible. So we're just gonna chillax and we're gonna jump around between a couple of different things. So it's not one of our series like the Friday night one, but as you can see, I have a few too many plates spinning right now. I got a lot of projects on my desk, but we're gonna go ahead and just clear some of these guys off. That's a spider. And then we're gonna focus in on one at a time. Here's some of the continuation of the ones from Tuesday. Some more of those model bases we're getting done. We're here tonight because I'm a little bit late on my Mavericks sponsored trash building terrain competition. So I'm gonna get that finished up tonight. Everyone go away. Okay. And once we get that finished up, I'm gonna move on to some other stuff. Get some water. Oh no, man. You're totally good. No, we were just chatting about work, man. You're fine. All right. I was recording a wide angle shot for last month's crafting video. Let's bring this down. There we go. All right, yeah, it's a little better. Although what I'm working on is pretty big. We might want that back up there. Let's see what this looks like here. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a little big. All you guys are gonna be able to see is the back of my hand. Bring him all the way back up. There we go. So we gotta do a couple things on this tonight. We need to add in the back wall, attach the bookshelves in, and paint up a little bit of this side, which means like this. And then of course, attach the little feetsies. And I haven't decided if I'm going to use the crane mechanism that I created or not on it. I think not, but potentially I might. For once, my basement is actually quite warm, so we're going to be removing the hoodie. It's a nice little change of pace. Normally it's very cold down here. Ah, I'm so liberated. Okay, so we have one of our texture paste brushes, texture paste cup of water, and for this one I'm going to be using the ground texture, just because it's a little bit grainy. It looks a little bit like stucco. And here are all of our inside bits. Oh, that one fell. So we're going to be attaching these in here. But for now, we're just going to be marking where they go because we need to put the back wall on. So, and we might need to make some more books. And if we have time tonight, I'll be doing that as well. But there's bookcase 1. Oh man, I will get increasingly more naked as the night goes on if I need to. Don't get me wrong. Alrighty, and then there's that bookcase. Yay, and then this should fit directly. Nope. So this one just a little bit more, like so. And then this one right here like this. And I've started work on next month's crafting video. I think I mentioned it in the last stream. I wasn't really happy with this project, so I kept dragging my feet on it. But I know what I'm doing next, so I'm very excited. Okay. Tell you what, I'm gonna prop this up on something. Hot tub miniature painting streams. Do you think anyone would watch that? I hope not. I really hope not. Okay. Good deal. And then does this fit? Nope. So these need moved just a little bit more. There we go. Ta-da! And there we have like our little wizard study. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab just a normal pen here, make sure it writes. Yep. And I'm just gonna trace this in. Part of the issue that I kept having with this build was everything was so precise with the materials that I was forced to use, which was part of the challenge, I know. So, I had a lot of issues making what I wanted to make. I might come back and next year or so remake this whole thing in a much better way. But this is it. So there's our little area. So we're just gonna take all these things out. Being careful with this one because these scrolls are not glued into place. I didn't bother gluing them. I don't actually play D&D with models or anything, so I don't need this to be super secure. Alright, cool. We'll set these off to the side. And then there's our little area. Doesn't seem like much, does it? That we need to cover up with texture paste. And I used the ground cover just because this was the first one of these that I bought, and I want to try and use it all up before it starts to go bad, because you can see here along the sides and stuff, it starts to get full and dry on the sides. Yeah, it's more of a diorama piece, I guess, for D&D, or like a special encounter one. this up a little bit. There we go. So what I like to do when I use these is I like to just get a big glomp of it down there and then just start stippling it all around. Because it is sometimes hard to get it off the paintbrush on there. There we go. That's more like it. It's crazy to think that that's the only part of the back wall that you see, right? Just that little bit. I want the focus of this build to be on the bookcases and the exterior. So I'm trying to make the inside as muted as possible, I think. And there we go. That's it. Alrighty. Then I'll need to do something with the sides here, but I do believe that I'll need to get everything else attached in first. So let's do that. And I'm kind of not waiting for things to be dry because this project's taken way longer than it needed to. That's entirely on me. I kept changing my mind what I wanted to do, and then after that I kept not being happy with it. So we're just going to continue on. Alright, in the spirit of continuing on, we're going to stain these blank pieces of wood just with a generic color. Let's go ahead and use some Gorgrunta fir and just kind of get some color on there that isn't normal pale wood color. And a lot of this is going to get absorbed up by the balsa. I ran out of material for the build, so I had to resort to just grabbing some shit from the garage. And this is just normal balsa wood. Actually, heck, I kind of really like that a lot better than the ones I made by hand. Trying to get different saturations of this color on all three of these, just so that they look a little bit different from each other. Actually, all these need painted on the back. I kept planning out every stage and doing it, And then I wasn't really enjoying the way it was looking, so I just kind of put it off to the side because I had some other projects, thinking I'd come back to it, and I come back to it, and I liked it even less, and I was like, ah, gosh, now what the hell do I do? And I thought, you know what, just finish it. Because at the end of the day, I just want a finished product, rather than just like a half-done thing sitting in the corner, because I have one of those from years ago. It's sitting on my shelf. It's like a lava bridge thing, and every time I look at it, I just feel bad because I put probably 20 hours into it because I wasn't very good at stuff back then. Alright, cool. So then there's the wood. And then there's these white gaps there that you can see. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use some of our homemade brown wash, and we're just going to go ahead and fill in those gaps so you can't see the brown, the white. And this is just a mix of a little bit of Flow-Aid matte medium and black and brown acrylic ink. So we're just going to grab a little bit of that, get it on the brush here. This is very light brown. Let's see if that's going to cover it up. No, not even a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go with the black wash. There we go. Basically the same thing. A little bit of Flow-Aid, black acrylic ink, matte medium, etc. And then this will also just add a little bit of variation in the color. Oh. Uh-oh. There we go, really got to get it in there. Looking at this, I really like the look of this balsa wood. I wish I had used it on the whole thing. Okay. I just scrape off the excess here. And yeah, you can still see the white a little bit. So I might take my Tamiya pin wash and drop some of that in there. But once I put the pin wash in there, I can't really touch it for a while, so I might need to, if this doesn't stain. Actually, it's starting to do its thing a little bit. Yeah, we might take the pin wash and throw it in there. But for now, I'm just going to wipe off the excess like this. Just my paper towel. Boom. And then yeah, it started to turn them all gray, but that's fine. Alright, so this texture paste is going to need some time to dry. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish up the painting of the table. Since I have this black washout, we're just going to use this. We're going to do a couple of things with it. The first of which is going to be just with a little bit on our brush. We're just going to trace a line on each of these grooves to act as a shadow. Which side is front? This side? Okay. So yeah, we're just going to grab this and then do one of those. Ah! Oh, for any of you watching on Twitch now, you can see that you are now earning channel points. Those can be redeemed for all kinds of stuff. I don't have any custom sub-only emotes or a sub chat, so don't redeem those. I'll turn those off for the next stream, but All of the rest of the rewards on there, like picking the next D&D model, naming a model, so on and so forth, all that stuff's up for grabs. If you have any other ideas, or the swap hands, I have to paint left-handed for a little while. That's an available one too. I hope that people don't find as much fun with that one as I think that they will, but we'll see, because that could be really critical if you choose a good timing for switching hands. Alright, and this is going to be some oiled earth wash. And this stuff dries and it just kind of looks dirty and grungy. So we're going to grab just a big crappy brush here. We're just going to splotch it all over. Like this. Just like all over it. And I'm not going to do this side because you can't see it when the model's done. And then we are going to grab our sponge here. I'm just going to tear off a piece of it. Am I going to? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm going to tear off a very tiny piece, I guess. And then a slightly larger piece. Yeah. And then just kind of dab and wipe a little bit of it away. Just kind of give it a better old grimy appearance. There we go. And there is our wizard's table. So any of the people watching right now, or any of you my hobby people, working on anything, doing anything fun? Let's see, I might be able to update. Yeah, gotta pay those bills. Gotta pay those bills. I'm gonna turn off the emote ones and the sub only. Can somebody let me know if the channel points have now removed the options to unlock sub only emotes and unlock a random emotes, if anyone's watching on Twitch. If you refresh your page, hopefully those come through. I mean, you're working on work, but I saw that you were playing some pretty epic space battles earlier today, Pie Master. Pretty fun stuff. But no, I'm letting myself get distracted. Okay. There were other things I needed to work on tonight. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, there should be, I guess there are always ads when you watch on Twitch, but I also have the ability to do an ad or push an ad or something. I don't know. Let me pull up Twitch and see what it's telling me. I don't know how those work, so we might test out one of those later. I've never gotten a chance to do them. I don't know what they do, so. Ooh. There's a lot of really cool things. I've actually never checked out mod view. Oh, okay, mod view. There was a hydrate request that didn't pop up. I'll need to fix that. I see here. I think I'm gonna need to watch some YouTube videos on some of the new stuff I can do on Twitch here. There's lots of really cool stuff. Yeah, so there's also ads that I can push into the channel as part of like my channel actions, I believe. But I'm not quite sure. Go to my channel page. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some researches. Figure out how to manage my channel. Yeah, that's what yeah, you do the 30-second ads when you like, or like they go up to 2 minutes. You can step away from your computer. Got my smiling cheetah here with me. Gonna hang out and paint some stuff. Okay, so the other thing I have to do is I need to paint the rim of these Lord of the Rings models black because they are done. I like using the game color black for this. And sorry if I'm seeming a little low energy today, all. I was pretty sick this morning. And I spent about 12 more hours of sleep than I normally do. Well, maybe not 12, maybe 10. So, hey! Thank you so very much for the sub! Thank you so much! First. Yes, the first was going to be my own Amazon sub. But yeah, I need to figure out what I'm going to do for some of these. Twitch follower, Colossal Dragon Goal can go away, but I'll do that on my own time. Thank you very much for the sub. You're grinding out those channel points so you can make me paint left-handed, aren't you? That's fair. I would do the same. See, like this is a prime example of when I would not want to switch hands. Painting base rims black. Given this is a commission, I would probably refuse, and I would go and grab a different model and paint its base rims black. Because this isn't my model. This isn't my model to ruin at the last second. Won't make you do that when you're doing your model. Yeah, well, your models are all done, man. I gotta do some bases on a few, but that's it. Hey, Turgan, how you doing, man? To celebrate the Twitch affiliate, I decided to do a little stream on a random night. I called off work sick today with a really bad migraine, and so I slept for like an extra 8 hours, and I woke up and I was like, I got tons of energy today. What do I want to do? And I have a couple of these projects here on the back burner, so you all are just joining me for my normal hobby time. I need yes, you gotta send me that last model, and I can get that guy done for you too. Yes. Yeah, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. It's fine, I'll fix that in a bit. Ugh, I hate when that happens. I do have some questions about how to set up some of these new things that I set up in stream. So I will probably be hitting up this buddy's channel here in a bit after I get off work and asking questions. Or realistically just asking for directions to resources, because I want to make sure that I haven't done anything wrong. Yeah, Gotrek is supposed to be an absolute beast in AOS 3rd edition too. So, yeah, he's supposed to be absolutely an unstoppable behemoth of a model. So you got a good choice there, man. Bye, Master. Getting him. Yeah, hey, Dr. Praetorius, Plague Bush Crawler. Thanks for joining me. I took the day off work, and when I woke up, I had too much energy, so I was like, alright, well, to celebrate Twitch affiliate and all that, I'm going to just kind of have a nice chill painting session. I might as well go live and just kind of hang out with all of you guys. Now that I'm an affiliate and all that stuff, I don't have to stress as much about how many people are watching and followers and such. I can just kind of go live whenever I want, which is awesome. And I wanted to try out the new channel point system. So if you guys look down there, you can make me paint left-handed for a little bit. You can do all kinds of stuff, whatever you want to do. You can choose the next model for the Dungeons and Dragons series if we haven't done it already. That one's really cool. You can name a character. I did want to choose a color, but I didn't know if anyone would be interested in choosing the color, or just like choose a color and then like making me use blue in a model or something. I was thinking maybe base theme. That would be a good one. So right here, we're just painting the rims of our models black. Just gonna paint over that leaf, pretend like it's not there. But magnetizing a Plague Burst Crawler, I honestly didn't realize that weapon, that model had options. Or does it just have options for like its secondary gun? Oh, Acheron the Everchosen. I saw him on an article. I think he was mentioned in the same one that I read about Gotrek. Just about being absolutely busted because of that whole command phase ability where you can just give anyone a +1 save. Not command phase, command strat. Just giving anyone army-wide a +1 save is kind of busted in Age of Sigmar. Turns a lot of people into just basically unkillable beasts. And this we're using to paint the base rim here is just a very high pigment Vallejo game color paint that's been thinned down with a little bit of black acrylic ink so that it still flows well without needing to have a second coat put on. Ta-da! I guess I can bring this back down while we are working on the big project. Oh, I didn't realize they had so many options. Damn. Damn. I need to figure out how to set up, okay, actually, because I need to figure out how to set up notifications when you guys do redeem actions and points. So give me 1 second. That's a big one. And that's part of the stream. I appreciate anyone hanging out. I wanted to figure out some of these new Twitch things that I can do on not one of my normal nights because it might require like restarting or something. So Plague Burst Crawler has 2 mid guns that can be changed out and a little center gun. I remember watching one of the first Tabletop Titans videos I watched. They Plagueburst Crawlers were the star of the show. It was Plagueburst Crawler and somebody around them. I forget the HQ unit for the Death Guard to provide them with a really good save or a plus to wound or something. It was like the hotness for a while in the meta. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh jeez. Oh, I have to send my link on the channel. Okay. So here we, oh, when you're in the creator dashboard. Okay. So I need to be watching from this. Okay. I see. So there, Pie Master, your hydrate. I did chug a little bit of tea for you. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some more. So how does this work? No, I'm gonna end up accidentally doing something terrible to my stream. I'll fuck with that stuff in a bit. Who else is done? Alright. Bilbo Baggins, you are done, but you need your... So when I'm doing these bases, oftentimes a little bit of whatever the basing material kind of ends up on the rim, and then I just take one of these sanding sticks and I just wipe it away. Actually, this is static grass, so it's just going to come right off, but sometimes it's glue or texture paste or a bunch of blood. There we go. We go to our black paint and black acrylic ink mixture. The acrylic ink also really helps with the, what do you fucking call it? Opacity. Hey, 19mm, 197mm cannon. Thank you for following. We're doing just a random stream tonight. I normally don't stream on Thursdays, but I had a really bad migraine this morning and ended up sleeping for like a shit ton of hours. And I saw that I had a Twitch affiliate, so I wanted to celebrate and hang out with everybody. So thank you so much for joining us. There we go. Cow. So we're just finishing up some of these Lord of the Rings models. For one of my more recent commissions, I gotta get these guys finished by the 14th, which we're basically done. So Pie Master cheered one. Okay, cool. So cheers work. What cheer did you use? Does it say? What is a cheer? Oh, party one. So I'm actually going to stop using that. I'm going to start using this instead. Thank you so very much for testing that stuff out. I was going to make my wife do it tomorrow during the Dungeons and Dragons stream. But that's very helpful too. So the cheer. So what are cheers? Cheers are I'll have to figure out what cheers are. I added some sounds. Can you guys see the sounds? I don't know how those work on. Oh, they pop up when somebody gives you bits. You gave me a bit! You gave me a bit! What is it? Is a bit a dollar? Or is it... No, it's a penny, isn't it? Is it a penny or is it a dollar? Because don't give me a dollar. I'll have to give you a dollar back. I think they're a penny. I think a bit is a penny. Yeah, so there we go, we got some little bit of bark. And that's stuck on there, so we're gonna grab our little sanding stick here. And we're just gonna grind it all away. And given that we're cleaning this up with a really, really thick, solid black paint, thinned down with acrylic ink, we don't have to worry if we accidentally go a little bit to the I'm pretty sure it's a penny man if that, okay, yeah. Well, I won't stress about a penny, but thank you. So it looks like the cheer worked. I might set up new. There's so much to set up. I'm gonna have tons of fun this weekend setting all this stuff up. So in the meantime, if I miss anything anyone does, bug me in chat about it. Ah. There we go. I forget the name of this character. It's not one of anyone that's in the movies, I don't believe. At least nobody that I remember. Also, if we have any Lord of the Rings buffs, is there ever a scenario in which Bilbo and Aragorn would be in the same place at the same time? Canonically, were they ever? It's been bugging me. Because like I look it up and people are like, yeah, they both existed. I'm like, cool, I know they existed at the same time, but did they ever like hang out? Cool, those guys are done. Oh, go ahead and we'll do this guy's base as well. And I guess over here, I can just pull this up in case I get any YouTubers chat. All right. Oh, I need to add little flock things to your base, sir. All you did was get my little cork rocks. Oh, and everybody, don't forget, tomorrow we are doing the Spectator from Dungeons & Dragons. It's kind of like a mini Beholder, because a gentleman at a local gaming store reached out asking for help with how to paint it, and I said, hey, well, I'm painting everything. This Friday, come hang out with me live, and we can paint it together. And he was like, yeah. Bilbo was definitely in Rivendell when Aragorn was there for the council. Yes. This seems like young Bilbo with the traveling cloak and everything. So I think just maybe they were just grabbing people. Oh, that it's just different adventures and stuff, journeys in Middle Earth or something. Yeah. I really want to paint a whole night haunt army the way I did this guy. I really want to do that. I think that would be epic. Ta. Boom. I would love to do a whole night haunt army like that. Gandalf, your base still needs all winterized, so you're gonna chill with an unpainted black ram, but I will get rid of some of this stuff that got on there like that. Yeah, I was really happy with the way that Night Haunt came out, and it was just a mix of some of the Tesseract green technical paint with some of the contrast paints. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Let's see here. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a nice chill song. Alright, so these guys are all painted. I need to take these guys out of the... I hate when I do this. I paint them while they're in the holder thinking that it's going to help me, but it doesn't at all. There we go. I think after I finish up these Lord of the Rings models, I am all caught up on all of my commissions. We got a little bit behind there, but that's alright. I'll have to find something else to do for Tuesdays. Ugh. Sometimes, so I normally would mix this in an inkwell, this black and ink mixture, but I was lazy and I just put it directly on my palette, even though the inkwell is like literally right here. Sometimes it gets a little thinned down by the water, but that's okay. Worse things have happened to much better miniature painters than the wrong consistency of paint. Here we go. Oh, update, the new monthly video is going to be out on Sunday for the terrain piece. I'm almost caught up on editing, and then I just need to, and I have about half the script written out, and then I will go ahead and clip it all together and get it uploaded and start on the next project, which I'm super excited for. If you're a fan of fantasy books, you're gonna like this one, especially if you're a fan of Dungeons and Dragons fantasy books. All the Adventures in the Forgotten Realms stuff that came out for Magic the Gathering got me really excited about returning to some IP that I absolutely adore. Alright, the Balrog. Did I scrape off your base yet? No. So, boom, boom. Maybe I did. Yeah, so I saw someone earlier was talking about magnetizing their Plague Worst Crawler. Got me thinking. It's been a while since I've had to magnetize anything. I just haven't been into 40k lately, honestly. I think the new edition came out, I've bought a bunch of models and all of that, but then it comes to buying codexes and then with the state of the world and everything, I just haven't gotten a chance to get around to playing. I think it's the codex. The codex price is what always gets me too. And in the past, I kind of always got away with not getting it. Or when I did, I bought it like probably late into the edition. And now with the price of models going up on top of the core rulebook and the thing, it's just too expensive for me. I get it, like it is what it is, but it was just, oh man, I just never really play. If I played more, I think I'd be more inclined to. All right, Aragorn. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a little bit of static grass. Get off my paintbrush, please. There we go. And there we go. We got the Fellowship, a bunch of other guys down here. Oh, Gimli. You're a dwarf. I wanted to start working on all the dwarf bases too. Oh no, I forgot two of my skeleton guys. They need black rims. Painting the rims of models black is something that I've always gotten a really bad habit of skipping for my own stuff. So I don't ever really do it when it's on other people's things. Or like I'm going to be taking pictures of it. Yeah, 40K. Yeah, no, and to be clear, I'm not complaining about the price in any way, shape, and form. It just, for someone like me, I just don't play it enough to justify it. I absolutely love the models though, so I will always be buying the models. But then when it comes to actually playing, I always find myself like, I'll buy a $100 Void Dragon and not even think twice about it. But when you ask me to buy a $70 codex to ever play it, I'm always like, nah, it's too much. Won't do it. Or 50, sorry. I mean, Games Workshop does make some of the best models out there, 100%. Like some other game companies are starting to get closer, but 40K still, like I'm really excited for that WizKids sprue based kits. Yeah, the models will be relevant for a lot longer than the codex. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I've played 0 games of 9th. I played a handful of games of 8th in a couple tournaments, but never like locally at a club or anything. Yeah, and it's like people are always offering like, yeah, come down, we'll teach you how to play, and I'm like, I mean, I just like the way, I just think they're neat. What's that? Here's the meme. I just think they're neat. Let's see, do I want? What do you guys think? So I'm going to surround it with rocks and some ground texture, but should the shiny rock be in the front or in the back? I'll put it in the front, I think. I was so gentle and then I threw it. Okay. You guys are good. You guys are good. You two need your flocking done. Get flocked! And your flocking stuff is in this other box. Because I want you all to match with your little body. Oh, that's heavier than I thought it would be. Jesus, okay. Ah. Got some dark moss and some marshlands. So I usually like to use maybe 1 or 2 sections of each on each base. Although I don't remember which ones I used. So give me 1 sec. I've done one of him already, and that's the only reason I want to make sure they all match. So give me 1 sec. Oh, we can try this. I found him. So anyone in chat, do you want to tell me your experience with that 30-second ad break? Did things happen? I wonder what the purpose is. Oh, Piemaster mentioned that you get things. I don't know. I don't think I'll be doing this. Okay, so it looks like I used the marshlands. Yeah, these. I think. It was like see the face of God. No, the darker one. These. Yeah, okay, so I added these. These and these. Did you see the face of God in the course of that ad? If so, I might need to convert religions or something. Go back to Christianity. Okay. So I like to start off with these tiny little, these are so cool. These are by Gamer's Grass. These are like moss. I love them so much. They're so exciting. And I like to just grab these off with like some tweezers. Ta-da! And then we're just gonna go ahead and place it on there. Yeah, let's go forward. What's cool about the moss is that if you want to, you can kind of put it up on the rock a little bit, and it doesn't look very odd because it's moss. Just a lesser guy like that. There we go. Just gonna add both of those in there, and there's our base. I have this other chat pull it directly over it. There we go. Ta-da! And we're all done. Oh geez. Alrighty, done. You are next. Let's go ahead. So I like to either use, so a lot of these have a lot of irregular shaped ones. Try and use this L one. We'll try and shove it right there. Let's see how this works. Anyone locally, if you know anywhere that sells Gamer's Grass specifically, I want to buy more of these. I've been using the Army Painter stuff a lot, but I want to buy some of the Gamer's Grass after using them here. I feel like the glue is a little bit better, the quality of these are a little bit better, and I definitely like them more than the Army Grass ones, Army Painter ones. There we go. There's our next base done. So you guys are done. You guys are done. Because I added your tufts already. There was somebody else that needed tufts added to their thing. No, I already got them all. Okay. Look at this, guys. We are getting our commission done here. Oh, so excited. He's gonna like this so much, I hope. I think I did a really good job on them so far. You are not the same. Why are you two different? Did I mix up my grass tufts? Oh, the marsh set has 4 different kinds. Okay, we're good, we're good. It's like, oh wait. So easy to mix all these up. Yeah. What's next? Let's see if the bookshelf here thingy, if the bookcase is dry. Enough to paint over top of. Not just yet. Getting there, getting there, getting there. So we'll just add some paint to that here in a bit. But in the meantime, oh yeah, from Tuesday. Here is the Rogue base after it finished, that water effect finished. What do you call it? Curing. Look at the Rogue. So I spent like an hour messing with my camera settings. Yeah, there we go. And there's our water base. The Rogue standing in like the sewer. Really happy with that. And then the same with, here is the Aboleth. I used another water effect on this guy's base. So now when you're getting your memories stolen by the aboleth, he'll look cool like he's underwater. Alright. Mr. Spider, I think we're going to paint you. So I'm just going to keep pushing all of the 100% done models up here for now, because I need to matte varnish them all, and then I'll bring the less 100% ones down, so then we know what we gotta do. I know you're actually done. Okay. Let's see, what did I want to do to you? Like your talons, we need to give you like little red eyes. So we're gonna grab some Flesh Terror red. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I do for like 3.5 or 4 hours every night. And I figured I would let you guys just join me tonight instead of watching TV, because I don't have anything to watch on TV right now. I just finished rewatching Supergirl, and now I'm bored. I'll bring this down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, we're just painting in the red eyes now. Yeah, I wouldn't mind any recommendations on TV or movies. Okay. Bring that back up a little bit. Let's go ahead and add some stuff to her base. So this is for the same job that gave me all of these things, so we're going to use some of these things to do it. And given that we're kind of close to the end of this job, I might go a little bit crazy on this base and just fill it up with tufts and leave just the glowing eggs. So let's go ahead and get all these out. Because normally people don't provide materials and stuff like this, so normally I just use what I think is appropriate. But this guy gave me a bunch of materials, and he was like, go crazy with it, so we're gonna go crazy with it. So I want to cover up a lot of these little egg parts, for sure. And then I have some Oohoo glue, not Ooh, to be clear, some Oohoo glue coming in the mail. I'm gonna do like webs all over it, but that should be here tomorrow. Mine had gone bad. Let's start with one of these taller ones here in the middle. So grab these. Let's just shove it. That's gonna be way too big. Not liking that already. Okay. Let's go with just this one. That's just like a line. No, not you. You stay there for now. We'll use it in a minute. We're just gonna go ahead and put it on there like that. Yeah. And then we'll grab a couple of these tiny ones, like so. And we'll add just one more of these. We'll do this dark one, just to kind of give the overgrown forest look. And then actually on the rocks, yeah, guys, TV show recommendations. Otherwise, you'll keep getting notifications that I'm going live. So, what are you watching? Keep in mind, I just finished rewatching Supergirl for like the 9th time, so make sure to keep that into account when you're looking at recommendations. That I enjoyed that show that much. So excited for the new season to come out. There we go, we got some moss. Growing over these eggs here, like so. I really actually kind of dig this. I normally do like a lot of flock, but using just these tufts, okay, I dig it. You really get a good overgrown and spooky vibe. Use one more tiny one here. We'll go ahead and put it up here. There we go. I like that. I have seen The Boys. That is a good show. I did like that. Very few shows will make me feel bad for a rapist piece of shit. That show genuinely did at certain points. And then you have to remember, obviously, that he's a rapist piece of shit. But besides that, very good show. Very good show. Oh, that's not going to stick back on. What the shit? Oh, it looks like this one came off because... Okay. So, sorry about that, little guy. I'll use you on a different project. The animation, the 2016 Berserk series? I haven't heard about that. I've been watching a lot of the Olympics as well, of course. I pretty much have that going on all the time. Just really excited for all the Karate Do stuff this week. It's kind of like the whole reason I'm watching this year's Olympics. So excited that that's now officially in there. Okay, and my wife got to see me yelling at referees for the first time because I don't watch any sports. She said it was nice to have that vibe from me, if only just for like a little bit. She got to see me yelling at refs and yelling at the cameraman and all of that. Okay, okay. Alright, let's work on the Gandalf snow base. No, I've never heard of Berserk. Let me look it up. 2016 series, you said. Berserk 2016. No, this is gonna sound bad. I am terrible about watching manga and anime. Frankly, I struggle with it because unless it's like an Americanized anime, it always seems to go so slowly, and it's just so full of like those fan service moments that I just don't enjoy it. But on your recommendation, I will give it a whirl. But usually for me, the pacing of a lot of animes is just a little bit too slow for me. But I really want to enjoy them, so I keep trying them and watching them. But all the Americanized ones, like Full Metal Alchemist, Avatar. I don't know if Full Metal Alchemist is an Americanized one. I don't know. Mainly things like Avatar, I love watching because I know that they aren't like, you know, for people that are into anime, those aren't considered anime, but I enjoy those because they're a little bit fast. It's a little slow build. It's a pretty slow build. Well, I appreciate your honesty. Most people would just say, yeah, it's fast, and they'd like lie trying to get me into it. But that does remind me, actually, I have been rewatching Iron-Blooded Orphans, Gunpla. Or Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans. That might be something to rewatch. Where's my snow shit? There's some. No, it's not. That's white stucco. There's some. I love snow. It's my favorite base to actually do. Is snow. So we're gonna go with a base coat of this. Just getting a little bit on there. Maybe a smaller brush here. Bah! Whatever that hair is, I do not need you. Thank you, though. We're going to make a couple of snow piles. And we're using the Vallejo snow here to build up the piles of snow. Just kind of like a foundation. I would say winter effects dioramas and basing are definitely my favorite to do. Okay. Yeah, so the original Avatar 2, but I will say that Legend of Korra is a banger of a series. 100%. Where is... my thing went away. And Fullmetal Alchemist, especially Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I think I've watched that, jeez, a number of times. Like a lot. Alright. Okay, so we're also going to grab some of this Vallejo pigments. And this is a pigment instead of sorry, I'm looking for something. What do you apply this with again? I used to have a cheat sheet. Oh, the Castlevania? Yeah. I had to stop rewatching that. That is just, oh, so fucking good. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love that show. It's genuinely not only just some of like the best anime, but just some of the like the best just like series that I've watched in a very long time. Alright, so we're gonna get this guy on a holder here. We're gonna use the terrible top heavy one. Okay. Jeez. Okay. So with these pigments, I've used these quite a number of times. I like to get a little bit on my brush, and then we'll start to add them to the base, or wherever we really want them. So we can add some like on him as well, like he's been plowing through the snow, see? Kind of like this. And what's really cool is if we don't like it, we can just brush it away. There we have Gandalf plowing through the snow. And then I have to look up what you seal this with. I can't remember. I always forget this. I always forget this. So guys, give me just a minute. Because I don't want to get it wrong, because it's not my model, and I don't want to have to strip it and start over. So we're going to look this up. Vallejo Pigments Binder. Okay, well, they actually sell a pigment binder, but I don't have that on my desk. Oh yeah, alcohol. Okay, isopropyl. Oh jeez. We're good. We're good. So we'll just grab our isopropyl alcohol and just grab a little pipette. And we're gonna grab a tiny pipette. Oh, I do like all those shows. Those are actually good shows to watch. All right. So there's some options. Or guys, I could just rewatch The Flash again. Just saying. Okay, so that should be more than enough. Now we're just gonna grab the IPA, just let it bleed onto the model. Because if we were to attempt to brush this on, it would, since this is isopropyl alcohol, it would probably strip away our paint that we have on there, which we do not want. Or it would just disrupt all the pigment that we added. Oh yeah, Arrow is pretty good. And then for the base part, I just usually drip it on, just to act as a little bit of a binding agent. And when I looked at this model, I immediately thought in the Balrog about how Gandalf defeated the Balrog on top of the mountain. And I was like, okay, cool, I know what I'm doing. So frosty bitch. That's what we're doing. Okay. Oh, the Crisis event's a good one. And Lucifer. Okay, so actually, I can tell you guys exactly where I'm at with Lucifer. It's the third time that I've tried to watch this series, and I've gotten to almost the same exact episode and gotten no further. Okay, wait. Season 3, episode 22. So towards the end of season 3, every single time I have gotten bored of Lucifer. It blows my mind because I just slowly get bored of that show. Alright, cool. So there is that pigment powder set with some isopropyl alcohol. And there's our frosty Gandalf. Jesus. There we go. So you can see he's been plowing through the snow. And we're going to add some snow flock to flush out the rest of the base, as well as maybe a little tuft with some snow on it to do snow grass. Like I said, my next book nook, that monthly video, is going to be snow related, so check that out. But I absolutely love doing snow scenery. At first, I liked it because it was kind of like the easiest to do. But then when I started getting into it, it had the most potential for like little tiny details. I think I own like 8 different kinds of snow now. No, 6 different kinds of snow. So, digging that. Okay, let's do Gimli's base. So for the dwarves, what I want to do is I want to have like some gemstones and stuff on them, and then around them. Actually, I might have something better for his base. So actually, I will be right back. Alright, you guys are. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and do a be right back. I'm not going to make you guys watch another ad. Break. So I'm looking at this, and this scale is way off. That's way too big. Damn. This is the Blue Dragon Wormling that we're going to be painting in one of the upcoming WizKids things, and that I figured gems and stuff, but that's just too big. Alright. Oh well. We'll stick with the nice shiny rocks then. Da-da-da. So let's go ahead and grab some rocks. And we will check on our texture paste. Not yet. Getting there. Let's see. Grab some of these rocks. And we'll grab a little bit of copper ore. And what is in here? I didn't label this one. Oh, tiny rocks. Cool, perfect. So we'll just use our 3 kinds of rocks. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. And we'll go ahead and just give ourselves a little tiny base area so that we don't spread this all over my desk. Actually, what is this? It's got a bunch of sparklies in it. Shh. Constantine? Yes, I did. I was surprised they didn't pick it up for more. I was hoping that they would. But it just kind of, I guess it didn't do very well. Which I could see being the case. But yeah, disappointing. I was hoping that they would get more seasons of that. Alright, so around the rock itself, we're gonna put some of our Talus Gray, medium size. So you can see these are some pretty good sized rocks. And then on the rest of it, we're going to go ahead and mix some copper. Maybe we might not use the copper actually, but we're going to use the smaller talus. And then we'll throw in some carbon black pigment powder into the whole mix to kind of whatchamacallit. Yeah, he showed up in Arrow. And I think maybe in the Batgirl one? I don't know. I remember that actress throwing a huge hissy fit that Batgirl didn't get as popular as the others. So she ended up backing out, and that's why we didn't have more seasons. That, and she was upset about the representation of Batgirl, about how she's always longing for Batman after he leaves her. And I'm like, if you've read or experienced any of the Batgirl comics, they could have gotten a lot weirder with that relationship. So she kind of lucked out that they didn't. Because they've gotten really weird with Batgirl in the past, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it wasn't a good show. Like, at the end of the day, it's just kind of what it came down to. And in order to make this dry a little bit faster, I'm going to actually just use some super glue for the bigger rocks here. So what I'm going to do is just get a little bit down in there. And I just want to kind of mostly hide this big rock. Maybe a little bit out to there. And then go ahead and grab some of these. We're just going to sprinkle some on. We're going to mist the base a bunch, and we're going to go ahead and try that again. We're just going to kind of get as many of these on those couple of drops of super glue as we can, and then press them into place. I want to bury that rock a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, it did feel a little bit like they were trying to rush the show just to kind of get it into the overarching universe. Okay, so we're gonna leave this to dry for about 10 minutes. Because although it is still super glue, we're trying to glue rocks to super glue with super glue. It isn't instantaneous, obviously. Go ahead and put those down there. And then we'll work on Aragon's base. So I was trying to think of what I wanted to do with him. I think I wanted to put him in the same, like, muddy, swamp, foresty terrain as the ogres, if I'm not mistaken. But I didn't want the rocks in there. Because he's a ranger, I wanted it to be a little bit more plant-centric. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to dip into some of my grass tufts as well for this. As well as the ones for Mr. Greg. Greg, I'm going to be really sad once I finish this up. It's been a lot of fun working on these. I love working on stuff for other people way more than doing like my own stuff. It's a lot more fun that way. Chupow. No. Chupow? Yeah. Let's also use some of these in there. So we'll grab a big one of these. What's cool about these two is they do have that stretchy base. So you can kind of stretch them out if you need to make them do what you want them to do. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw one of these on there. Just back here. Just to fill up the back of the base. And then, not this one, but these. I want to use these. These are Dark Forest Tup by Shadow's Edge, who's again part of the asset drop box. I really am just so disappointed that I only ever got to do one of the asset drops that they ever did. There we go. And there we go. It's kind of like, I think that's got much more of a ranger vibe than hunting monsters vibe. So I'm digging that. With the nice vibrant forest as opposed to just the dark swampy one. Ah. Plus grass tufts go way farther than I always feel like they're going to. So I've started, as I've been getting more and more into doing larger projects, I've started using them more and more liberally because they're not that expensive. Especially if you get like a good variety pack like this. This is a phenomenal variety pack, so if you're looking for one to get the gamer grass sets, I was looking at those. Really great deal. And the reason I didn't use this one is because this is the one that came in the same set as this, but they also sent me like a powder candy that kind of opened and got everywhere, including all over the tufts. So those I'm going to use in one of my own projects because I don't want to send the guy like a cockroach trap. Alright, cool, and that's actually Aragorn done. Uh-oh, we're running out of Lord of the Rings models, guys. And you just need your base done. Maybe a little bit of black wash. I don't know, we'll go ahead and we'll use a pin wash on the eggs, kind of differentiate it from the model. So this is Panel Line Accent Color Black by Tamiya. Just going to boop. It really is going to darken up everything in here. Yep. Oh, it's got a very strong smell. And then once this dry, how long does this take to dry? Doesn't say. Oh, well, it's only $7 too. Okay. Alright, once that dries, we'll go ahead and we'll add some of the. I could have sworn I got a earth pigment, but I could just be wrong. Nope, there it is. Okay, for that one, we'll add a little bit of the natural earth pigment, light brown. So that's drying. This is almost dry. So drying, 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 dryad arbor. What else do we have to do, guys? What else do we have to do? We got so many things to do. Who am I kidding? Just deciding what is worth doing right now. Or something easier to do that I don't have to like dedicate a shit ton of time to, which would be like the rest of the stream. Okay, so here we go. Zoom this out again. Okay. Is that good? Can everyone still see everything? Yeah. Maybe you can see a little bit too much. I don't need you seeing my messy ass desk. There we go. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and do the dry brush on this. But first, we're actually gonna attempt to use this in those cracks here, because I do not like how much you can see those. I really should have paste coated this beforehand. Okay, yeah, that did nothing. I don't think this is what this is designed for. Oh geez. Oh geez. Oh, it's just straight up absorbing into the cardboard. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna have to get a fine detail brush and paint into those. But that's boring. I don't want you guys to watch that. So let's go ahead, and that wall's black, that wall's black. We need to make this black as well. So we'll do that. So we'll grab our black paint. A decent amount. Check our phone. Yep, we still got a smiling cheetah, so we're good. And we're just gonna paint this black. Except for that bit right there. I need to get rid of that bit right there. Oh, come on, microphone cable. This is the messiest my desk has ever been in my life, and I'm starting to get anxiety. Oh jeez. So I'm gonna put a couple of these brushes away. I see a lot of pictures of other people's miniature painting desk setups, and I'm like, I would never be able to do anything in that space. I am genuinely impressed, because for me it's like all about the space, and that just having a bunch of stuff everywhere, just like I can't focus at all. Right, let's go ahead and give the floor up just a base coat of black as well. I don't remember how much we're going to see, so I'm just going to go ahead and base coat a bunch of it black. Oh, there's no more paint there. Okay, we're gonna rip out the craft paints here. Right? Yeah. May as well. Yeah, Mars Black. And just every time we take a small break, we just go ahead and put a couple of things where they need to go. There we go. Yeah, it's much faster and easier than trying to use miniature paints. Again, I don't remember what all you're going to see in this, so I'm just going to go ahead and give the whole thing a nice thick coat of acrylic, of just Mars Black here. Let's go ahead and just do the same all the way over to here. And we'll just hide this gap by painting it the same color over here. And that red can actually probably stay, but I'm just going to go ahead and clean it up. It's that British man again. How you doing, Albert? You joining me for my random Thursday stream? I normally don't stream on Thursdays, but it's an absolute pleasure to have you. We're just going to, now that I've got that Twitch affiliate stuff, I don't have to worry so much about making sure that I have a certain number of people watching, so I'll be hopping on just randomly more often here. The line art for Jack the Ripper is done. Awesome. That is so cool. Can you share it here in the chat? So for those of you that aren't familiar, Albert's been talking about his Dungeons and Dragons stuff on the channel for the last couple weeks, and it's pretty interesting and fun stuff. He even had me, I guess, role-playing? I don't know what you were having me do the other night. I was really confused. But I was rolling d20s. Just a little bit more here. Don't need to worry about the back because that's all going to be covered up by the bookshelves and stuff, but this roof needs to be black. I'll share it when it's sent over. Oh, so you got somebody else to do the line art for your character for D&D. Okay. I thought you meant that you were doing it and that you finished it. Never mind. And the reason I'm not watering down this paint a lot is because it's going right over top of more chipboard, which is very, very absorbent. So I don't want it to just absorb all of the liquid. And we're not going to do the bottom because no one's ever going to see the bottom of this. Ta-da. Done. Okay, let's check him out here. Oh, come on. Okay. Yep, that is exactly what I was picturing when you were describing this character. That man. Maybe with there's so much like the attention is drawn to the face and of course directly to the crotch. It looks like someone put a lot of time into that. But I absolutely love this art, man. Oh, that staff does look like something you shouldn't pick up. I would never pick up a staff that looked like that. Oh, jeez. That's definitely the last thing I would ever want to touch. It's clearly a leg. It's just pants. That's what they want you to think, that it's just pants. On the face, I saw some scales, right? Is that where I was seeing the scales? I thought it looked. I thought it was. I can't zoom in too much, so I'm also just like on a browser zooming in. So I see scales. Is that what's going on with the face there? I like it. It's way better than anything I could do. Oh, gross. Dr. Jack T. Ripper. Well, that looks awesome. When are you going to color it in? And are you actually getting to play this character, or is it still just conceptualizing and such for your D&D campaign? Nice, so he's approved, so your DM's cool with you playing it. That's nice, that's nice. That is awesome, actually. Okay. Alright, we're going to break out the oil paints for this top section. So we're just going ahead and moving all these guys out of the way here a little bit more. He looks so flamboyantly gay, yet also a very proper gentleman. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of anime character vibes from that guy. I think there's always a character like that, isn't there? He's always so right and proper, but also definitely not just a heterosexual. He's got a bunch of other stuff going on. The vibe I try and give out in my day-to-day life. Ugh. So, oil paints. I need to figure out a better storage for those. Okay. What colors on it is? He's European and gay, and you appreciate that? You know what? I appreciate that too. I appreciate gay Europeans. What can I say? So... let's see here. Yes, a la carte vibes. That's a good one. That's a good one, actually. We were actually talking about Castlevania earlier today in the chat here. Let's go ahead with permanent light green or cobalt blue. We're gonna go cobalt blue. So what we're gonna do with the cobalt blue is never use this paint. I'm just gonna lay down the base coat first, and then it's an oil paint, so it's gonna take a million years to dry. But once it goes up, surprisingly, I'm not the most anime here. That goes to the ranger. Who is the ranger? I see who's in my chat. When you say here, do you mean in your D&D group? So there's a little bit of excess oil when you first open an oil paint. No big deal. You're just going to go ahead and squirt it out over there. And then there's this. And that's what we want, just some of the oils. Okay, yeah. When you said here, I thought you meant like here on the stream and stuff. And I was like, what? Like, I know we talked a little bit about anime, just because I'm looking for something to watch. And I was talking about I struggle with the pacing and fan service aspects of so many animes. But that was it. We didn't talk too much further after that. Go ahead and grab a big old brush. And then this right here is just a little bit of white mineral spirits. And I'm just going to add a little bit over here on the sidewall. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a base coat of this blue. He's walking fan service but with a motive. I like that. A little bit of this blue. I'll put the blue down as a base coat. And then once it dries, we'll add the next coat, and then I'll sponge away the second coat while it is still wet to reveal the blue underneath. So first thing we're going to do is apply the blue just on top here. Doesn't need to be a super thick coat, because we can apply, doesn't need to be super solid, we can apply multiple coats here. With the oil paints, we're able to get real nice coverage. In fact, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make it all swirly. Ooh, One Punch Man would be good. That's a good one. I'll add that to my list. Need a little bit more here. Ah, damn it. There we go. We'll cover this up with a really nice thick coat of dark gray or black or something. And then when we sponge it away, or we could go crazy and go with like orange. It has to make sure it's really thick and it's got a lot of opacity. But no matter how much we expose, we want to make sure that there's a nice pattern underneath of it. There we go. A nice little vibe there on top. We'll get some area over here that's clean for the mineral spirits. We'll just go ahead and clean our brush off a little bit. Throw it back in the water. And boom, there we go. Oil paints don't need to be a super scary thing, guys. That would have taken me about 3 times as long with an acrylic. Okay. And that's going to take a very long time to dry, so I'm just going to leave it for now. That is the danger. That is the downside of using oil paints, is it does take a while to dry. Okay. And put the cobalt blue away. But I like to break it out for painting large things like dioramas. Oil paints are so great. These they go so far and they stay wet for so long. Alright, cool. We made really good progress on this. Definitely starting to get a good vibe on it. I'm starting to be a little bit happier with it, which is nice. I was really unhappy with it, so we're getting there. That's gonna need painted. I might break out the oil paints again and do that, but I'll have to do that on, I'll record that because that'll be a specialty thing for the video, because this is the monthly video. And then of course we need to hot glue the feet on, but I'm going to do that last because I do not hate myself and I do not want to try and work on it while it's like up here standing on these delicate little legs. So this is actually going to go away for now. Say goodbye to the Wizard's Laboratory / library. Gently. Okay, holding. Oh no, gently. Gently. Okay, we're going to set it down somewhere else. We're going to set it down over here. Okay. There we go. There we go. Ah, what is next? My to-do list has gotten significantly shorter. Okay. Gandalf, are you next? Yes. I do believe you are next. Okay. Or no, we're going to do the spider next instead. Yeah, is that? Yeah. No we're not, because you still need to dry with the enamel wash. I think next is we call the bonus stream over. Oh geez, I'm sorry guys. I kind of caught up to myself here. I still have a bunch of research to do on the Twitch stuff. Since I became affiliate, there's a lot of stuff I need to look up and check out. So thank you all for joining me. If you enjoy these random, just like a couple hour sessions, let me know. I usually spend about somewhere between 3 to 4 hours doing something hobby related every single night of the week. So if you guys want me to start posting these videos up more often, I have no problem doing that. So just let me know. I really enjoyed not hanging out by myself in the basement alone in the middle of the night. So I enjoyed that. Normally I have a lot more to do, but right now I'm just super zoned in on only doing the Lord of the Rings thing, sketching out the next Book Nook diorama, that's next month's video, and finishing up this month's. So that's kind of all I'm focused on right now. Otherwise I would have like a bunch of other stuff to work on. But thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your night, and whatever you do creatively, just remember that it's always going to be good enough. So enjoy yourself and have a great evening. Join me tomorrow for the Friday Night Monster Manual. Tomorrow we're painting a dragon, I believe. I think that's tomorrow. Or Awakened Tree is tomorrow. Awakened Tree is tomorrow. And then we'll start on the dragon. The dragon is probably going to be a longer thing, so we'll probably do a little bit of both. We got 4 hours of that one, so good night, everybody. Have a great evening.